The pioneer of slap bass playing is none other than the man himself, Larry Graham. I've talked about him before on this channel in some other contexts. Specifically, there's this old video called Super Slapping Bass, and it's just him in a white outfit playing bass and teaching a little bit, and it's a wild video. Go watch it. I've been trying to learn exactly how he's doing, exactly what he's playing in the song Ain't No Fun to Me by Graham Central Station. And I realized I kind of been playing it wrong. And I figured this would be a good opportunity to tell you what I learned and also go over some Larry Grahamisms that I've picked up, tuned into over the years. Let's just jump into the lesson. So it starts on 2 slaps on the E string, then a 2nd fret, hammer onto the 4th, pop on the 2nd. So again, that's slap, 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 hammer on, then a pop, 2nd fret. Now here, I was just doing 2 slaps on the E, sometimes muting one of them, and then doing that double stop. But there's 2 key things here that I was missing that happened in both the Super Slap Bass video and in the studio recording. The first is he's really letting that low E ring out to give it that kind of sound with the low E underneath. So the only string you're muting there is the A string, which I'm kind of doing with the tip of my index finger. Whoops. The next thing is after the hammer on and the pop, he kind of slaps a note. I don't know that it really matters, but he slides up to the 12th fret. Like that. So it gets 2 big slides in there. So it's slap, 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 hammer on. 1 and 2 and 3 is a slide, and 4 and then slap that 12th fret octave, slide back down to the open E to restart it. Then he does this chromatic walk up to the A, is just E, B, C, C sharp, A. What am I saying? E, E. I was listing the notes from the A string. E, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, and all I'm doing is slap pop octaves. Slap pop octaves. Slap pop octaves. E, F sharp, which is 2 and 4 on the E and the D strings. Then 3 and 5, which is G. 4 and 6, finally A. And then he does walk down, bum, A, G, F sharp, E, A, G, F sharp, F natural, bum, bum. Now this one is where the first Larry Grahamism comes in. And it's something that I picked up on that he was doing early on in my bass playing, because I'm also a drummer. I've been a drummer for pretty much even just a little bit longer than I have been playing the bass. In drumming, there's these things called rudiments, which are just these basic patterns that you do. And one of the most important rudiments that you learn is called a paradiddle. And it's like right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Like that. And Larry Graham does this thing where he'll do an octave, slap pop, but he'll do slap, pop, slap, slap, pop, slap, pop, pop. He usually does more of like a slap, pop, slap, slap. So yeah, there's like a technique you can work on to get that Larry Graham sound. You really got to get that rotation down. And if you listen to him play a lot, you'll sort of pick up on those. He also does it a lot going up. Like that was just some straight up paradiddles. Yeah, that's from POW when he does that. Because he's taking just that classic blues turnaround line and adding some thumping and plucking or slapping and popping. If you're enjoying this video at all, if you're learning anything at all, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I guess we'll talk about POW now. So POW starts out with just like that. Slap hammer on the D to the E there on the A string, and then 2 slaps on the E string. And then 2 slap hammer-ons from just up the E minor pentatonic there. So A, B, D, E, or 5th, 7th, 5th, 7th on the E string and the A string. Muted slap, pop hammer on, D to E on the G. After that, we have a slap, pop, muted, and then a hammer on. So we put that much together. 1 E and a E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. For the second part, we have a big old slide from the B down to the open E. Slide, slap, slap, mute, slap, mute, slap, slide up. Just like that. So here's what we have so far. Put it all together. A little faster. The full speed is just a little bit faster than that. Okay, maybe a lot faster than that. For a turnaround to start back into the form, he just does octaves on the A string. Once you get it in your hands, it's just so fun to play, and you can kind of ad-lib a little bit. As long as you get that, and whatever, if you can kind of fill in your own stuff in between, it still works. Alright, so this video is kind of all over the place. Hopefully I can edit it, bring it all together. And, yeah, you'll learn about one of my biggest inspirations, Larry Graham. If I want to sum it up, I think Larry Graham invented, the whole concept of slapping and popping. But then in my opinion, Marcus Miller was the one who really took it to that next level. That's my thoughts on it anyway. And on that note, I'm going to end this video.